You get a Frogger gaming console. This is an old Sega toy right here. That's too bad that this is so decayed. There's no saving this, unfortunately. Look at this. There's an old Sega basketball game. No way. It's an old Nintendo gaming console. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so we've made it to this abandoned house, and
1996.
Chris is just showing us that the door's open to this thing.
1996. I was way off. I said early 2000s.
What type of car is this?
This is 3000 GT.
3000 GT.
So there's a stepbrother of this car made by Dodge. It's called the Dodge Stealth. The only difference is the lights are blacked out on the Dodge Stealth. And it's pretty much the same engine, same specs, just different manufacturer. There might be a different like chassis or some other thing, but this thing is almost mint.
It is in great shape. It just needs to be left.
Sometimes the most amazing finds can happen on accident, and that's exactly what happened here with this abandoned house. Tucked into the woods, if you didn't know where it was, you'd walk right by it. Join us as we show you what remains here and find some amazing things.
So we've made it into the house now. Whoa. So here's the living room over here. And we're just gonna see what we have left behind. Look at this computer. It's decaying. And then there's some picture frames on it. Looks like that is just filled with clothing. Down here, ooh, old picture frames. This was a family probably 10 or 15 years ago, maybe 20. Wow. I wonder if we can get a date off of that. No, not really. This box is filled with all of their pictures and stuff like that. It's so decayed, it's sad. Oh my word. There's like paintings here. You can see the dust flying up. In the picture bin right next to it is an old rocking chair. Look at that. That's fascinating. That's incredible to see that right there. Just look at how old this thing is. Also, still water. So they also have two interesting things here that I've noticed. This old camera right here, and pictures, old pictures. And then, look at this. It's an old record player. That is so cool. The house is just collapsing in on itself. I love the look at that. There was a like old thesaurus, or I can't really read it because it's tough to get over there, but that's falling off of the wall. Just look at the ceiling right there. The roof is completely collapsed in on itself. That's really too bad, and it's collapsing in over there too. That right there has fallen also. There was a shelving there. Oh, that's nasty. Look at all that water in here. Also, here's a picture of one of their grandkids. So this room right here is just literally filled with so much stuff. At least this area is nicely stacked. See, there's some awards in here. Looks like they won an award for a pageant, it looks like. Maybe one of the granddaughters won an award for a pageant that they were in.
All the boxes left behind led us to believe that they may have been attempting to move, and then unfortunately something happened. The family also appeared to have multiple grandchildren and younger kids within the family, because there were so many toys left behind. Unfortunately, the mold and decay had gotten to a lot of it, as you can see throughout the video.
Again, also, another sign that this family had grandkids, because you had this little packing play right here. Wow, 1995, that's dating this place. And you got Pabst Blue Ribbon.
The boxes piled on each other made it almost a maze to get through any of these doors.
Bro, this place is like a mess to walk through.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, but it's not too bad. We can get to every room.
I think so. We're gonna
You
give.
see the bedrooms over there?
What happened to them?
They're just like caving in. I would not step inside there one bit.
I wouldn't
It's
blame you.
bad.
You're gonna end up on the ground in the basement.
Yep.
So we just explored that room over here. And now we're checking out the kitchen. There's a lot of books left behind in this kitchen. The Government Racket. Washington Waste from A to Z. Interesting. This is a book that is completely based off of government wasting money. We've got J.G. Holland's Life of Abraham Lincoln. Oh, look, it's Inferno. They used to make us read that in high school. Life and Memoirs of Speaker Tip O'Neill. And there's just so many books here. And then if you need to eat something, there it is. There's no way I really could go through all these books in a timeable manner, but you can just see that there's a pile of them. I went through a couple of them, but there's just so much stuff here that I'd be here for hours. And then you also had his, looks like his shower box right there. I wonder if there's anything left behind in these cabinets. Ooh. Got some vegetable oil. Some creatures have gotten into there. Looks like you had some pastaroni, some wild mushrooms and herbs. A lot of food left behind.
The picture that started to play out in front of us the more we went through this house was of somebody that was of an older age. Someone that was enjoying their retirement, maybe golfing, and having their grandkids over.
Dude, this place is packed full of stuff. This living room that's off of the kitchen, it's a really nice size, and I love how they have this chandelier right here. Just take a look at this. It's a really cool detail of this house. I bet you they had the dining room table right here, because there's a wood floor down here, and then just everything lined up. Ooh, interesting. It's a toy gun. This right here looks like maybe it was some of the other supplies, like got jumper cables right here. Pottery and some plant, some dishes. This is made in Thailand. There's just so much stuff in this room. This older gentleman looks like he was into golf clubs, so we think that this guy passed away, had some grandkids, and left behind so much stuff. Man, just look at all this right here. Okay. No way. Look at this, look at this vintage Minolta camera. That's amazing. You don't see that anymore. You really don't. This is an antique right here. Just look at that. I mean, the buttons still work. It's not in bad shape. Wow. That's so cool. Oh my word, what were you saying? They were downloading movies illegally here?
Yeah, probably. Like at their job, my one buddy does that I work with, and he just downloads movies.
Pirates movies left and right.
Yeah. The internet's so bad out here.
In this living room, there's actually a Clue Simpsons game.
Oh, there's photos over there.
Oh wow. I don't know if we can get to them though.
Yeah.
You can?
This way.
There's a path.
I mean, there is, but there's a lot of stuff laying in the way. And there's a porta potty at the end of the yellow brick road here.
Ooh, step in it. Steve was telling me that the floors over here are completely collapsing. And that's correct. There's a stroller though for their grandkids. And then just look at the natural decay in here. The roof is starting to cave out. Looks like the weight of the mattress just completely collapsed this floor and that corner over there. That's incredible just how decayed this is.
It looked like they had multiple rooms for multiple grandchildren or even kids. This house was not just lived in by one person. It was definitely shared by a family.
You have an old vacuum right there. And then another room right here. It looks like this was definitely a bedroom. Wow. With trophies. Look at that. This looks like it may have been one of the grandkids' bedrooms right here. You can see that there's trophies down there. Let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit. Yep, right down there. It's too bad that this is collapsed in. The entire ceiling up there is gone. I mean, this place had an internet cord right there. And then it had a pretty good sun view right here. But that right there is quite dangerous. The fan has even fallen from the ceiling.
Sports seemed to play a priority in this family as we saw multiple different trophies for multiple different things. This family clearly was involved in their community, as evident by some of the stuff left behind here.
So, off of these two bedrooms was a very old bathroom. Let's see if I can get in here. Wow. This is so decayed, the floor's going down in that area. Guys, just look at the shower right here. It's green. There's two, like, a step right there. So you could have a tub right there. And then a shower right there. So this was a mix between a bath right here and a shower. I've never really seen a design like this. This is definitely interesting. Definitely an older green look. I wonder if there's anything left behind. Nothing in that drawer. But a little bit of Mr. Clean latex gloves. I just love this old look right here. Just all this decay right here. It's incredible. What the? Is that a cat?
That has to be a stuffed animal, right? It meowed then.
I thought that was a cat in here, dude. You mean?
Oh, yep, it's in here, bro. That scared out of me. Because I didn't know if it was like an animal.
I thought that was a cat too. Is it like, is it?
I don't know,
like,
hang on. Like I wanna like
Does it have a battery or something?
I don't know. Touch it.
Okay.
See what you can find. Got adventuring with Trevor here.
Yep. Let's see. We're gonna find a real cat in here. Watch that.
Dude, that's what I'm worried about. It freaks me out.
Dude, where is it?
That's what, I don't know what's making the sound.
Oh, there it is.
Is it the dog? What is that thing? That's freaky.
That was. Dude, he just moved this box over here, and all we hear is.
Yeah. I thought it was a cat. Yeah. That's what I mean. See, I knew there's cool stuff here. We just gotta keep searching around. I guess that's all I'll go through.
So over here is another bedroom, and you have another one of these chandeliers right here. It definitely had a style. This one's a little bit smaller though, but I almost like this one better. It just looks good to me. So this area is just packed, filled to the brim with just stuff. Ace Ventura. All this is filled with movies. Anaconda. Copycat. Thick as Thieves. Wow. And then right here, just a lot of supplies, that's all. Some poly shades, and then some shoes, more shoes, and then some newspaper, more shoes. I can't get through any of this. There's some stuffed animals right there.
That's awesome. What is that Street Fighter? Look at this. It's a custom art piece, I think, though.
It's pretty cool.
This is sick, bro. Yeah, Street Fighter. Look at that. I spot that a mile away. Those are the I wonder if this is for like the arcade game. That is really cool. We're finding some good stuff in this house. This whole thing's movies.
Dude, there's so much stuff.
And this also indicates something because it's all VHS, not even one DVD.
The garage here. Pretty spacious 2-car garage. Wonder if you can just get a pretty good look at this. You had his clothing over there. Yo. Hulk Hogan. WrestleMania. Look at that. And then some Christmas gear right there. Another old vacuum. And this shelving used to be up against this wall, but it tipped over. That's really too bad. Just look at all this stuff right here. Just piles of stuff. So one of the cool things about this garage is he had a little bathroom for himself over here. No shower or anything like that, but a pretty nice bathroom for him to use just when he was working on his cars and stuff. And there's even an old razor right there. He had weed whackers. He had like some pistons. This guy definitely worked on cars. Wow. An old computer too. Wow, this place is chocked full of stuff. Yeah. Back here, there's more furniture that's just falling apart.
This is a, oh, is this a golf caddy? I think this is a golf caddy.
Yeah, and I think this shelf fell onto the golf caddy right here. This used to be against that wall, so there was no light into here.
Yeah.
No.
This is now the garage, right?
Yeah. Look at that camera.
Oh yeah, look at that. Like a, what's those Polaroid? Yeah.
Polaroid, yep.
There we go.
It's just filled with stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So in here,
You know, this house might not have like too much left.
was another living room. It's fascinating. This is huge. Whoa. Look at that TV. The old dial turn TV right there. That's so cool. And if I remember correctly, yeah, you could adjust the color of this TV. That's so old.
I mean, I could be wrong, bro. Hey, look at this. Look at, he has more guns. He has battleships. Battleship the game, more guns. A little race car. A Hulk Hogan magazine. Man, I looked what this guy was collecting.
This guy has a ton of valuable stuff. It's just too bad that everything's decayed.
There's probably definitely some preserved stuff in some of those
Oh,
crates
absolutely.
that could be cool here. But it's like, I don't want to go.
my home.
Like the ghost of the man.
You can just see off of this room over here, just the decay that's absolutely overtaken this place. This used to be roofed in. This also used to be a roof as well. If you look here, this person definitely owned a dog because there's dog cages all around this place. Looks like they had a enclosure for the dog to run around in. Really quite something here. I do not think there's any power left going here though. Fairly certain we can deduce that.
One thing that was clear, as you can see and will see later in the video, is this family had all the toys for their kids. Most everything that they had was also state-of-the-art for the time period it was from.
Wow. You had a little camcorder, a toy gun, battleship, you had a toy car, a speaker right there. Just so much stuff. Ooh, look at this. If you've ever seen Toy Story, this reminds me of one of the toys that was in Toy Story. It was an old take-along recorder right there. That's incredible. And then, wow. So many old toys here. This guy definitely had grandkids and there was so much stuff here. Just look at that, it's a keyboard. That's beautiful. And then also, you had a Frogger gaming console. This is an old Sega toy right here. That's too bad that this is so decayed. There's no saving this, unfortunately. So crazy. I wonder what this is right here. Interesting. I don't know what that is. If you know what this is, leave a comment in the comment section below. Look at this. There's an old Sega basketball game. I wonder when this came out. That looks like Magic Johnson almost. It came out in 1992. Oh my gosh. And then also right here, you had an old TV antenna. That's incredible. More. Oh, there's a Terminator game. That is so cool. There's a Terminator game. It was a Sega for the Sega console. That is so cool. You said Game Gear?
A Sega Game Gear, yes.
First ever console.
It's the first ever handheld gaming console. So it was a yeah.
Cool.
Unless it was Game Boy. All right. Game Boy could be first. Yes, Game Boy was first because that didn't have color yet. So Game Boy was first. And Game Boy had no color yet. And then it came Game Boy Color, and Game Gear came out. Sega Game Gear came out around the same time. Fixed it. All right, there we go. I'm pretty sure.
There's a Talk Boy in here. That's incredible. That is so cool. You don't see that anymore. A deluxe Talk Boy. So this room definitely was the grandkids' room. Had so much stuff like kids' toys, games, everything like that there. It's really sad to see it in this decay, but a lot of this stuff was historical stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of this house right there. Oh, interesting. Little car racing game from the 80s probably, or early 90s. So much stuff left here. That's incredible.
Talk Boy from Home Alone.
How'd you know that? That's crazy.
I'm a Home Alone fan.
How did you know that? That's so cool.
Steve knows everything off the top of his head.
Yeah, exactly.
So off of this room right here, we're gonna see if we can find anything interesting. No way. It's an old Nintendo gaming console. Oh my gosh, and it even has the shooter. Zapper. It's got Nintendo Zapper. Unbelievable. This is so cool. Oh, that's so, and it's got Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. That's incredible. That is so cool. Fester's Quest. Unbelievable. You don't see this anymore. So this room right here almost looks like it was another room for the kids. Or maybe one of the grandkids. Let's see if we can find anything down here. Ooh. Not much. It's turbo racing. Look at that. And then, yo, WrestleMania. That's incredible. I wonder if there's any other games that are just sitting here, decaying. That really is too bad that this thing has fallen in on it.
It's like room.
Yeah, it might have been, yeah, because it has all the...
Yep, the Florida Gator stuff.
Yep.
AC.
It's just quite the house, actually.
Yeah.
I like this spider's webs. I like that little chandelier there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Just look at that decay right there. We've made it out of the house. The roof is collapsing in on this place. There's mold. There's still water. So it's really cool to see what just remains, but it's not going to be around for much longer.
Unfortunately, in life you can't take anything with you. This house is a perfect example of that. It once was a happy family home, but now unfortunately, it has succumbed to decay and rot. If you like this content, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and I have more stuff coming your way, so be sure to hit that notification button. Thank you.